and they know it. The so-called angels are the guardians of, they make sure that they are not going to try to do some direct involvement in shit. So what they do, they use humans, surrogates, to do their malevolent work. Look at that statue, whatever. My goodness, that gotta be seen. This is all faces everywhere. Look at that, the eyes right there. It's all reptilian looking. And then look at this dinosaur looking thing. It's a structure, of course, but it just, look at the same face has two faces. In fact, several faces. There's one here, this one here, then there is this one here, and there's another one on top. I mean, it's just amazing, man. But look, you can see the sharp corners, so you know these are structures. I mean, that's what the entire space is made around the solar system. I mean, in the solar system, we cannot see them, but with electro-optical cameras, special cameras can. This is just freaky, man. This is just really freaky. A few investigators are really touching this. They don't even, they have no clue. Look at the structures, how they, I mean, and it's all reptilian looking things. So like dinosaur type figures, which are really structures, and what do they do there? And there must be a lot of shit going on that we have no clue. We don't. Anybody that tells me that they have some kind of contact, they got contacted by, no man, I don't think so. These entities are very deceitful. They can portray to anyone like they are the good guys and blah, blah, blah. That's not the case. We get fooled easily. Look at that thing. That thing is just a huge ass structure with a reptile face or head right there. And then there is another reptile looking thing right next to it. It has 3 levels right there. Look. Check it out. I mean, obviously, and then you have this huge ass 3 faces thing. A face here, another bigger face here, then on the side there is a face. I mean, that reminds me of Ezekiel and the entity that came out of the wheel within the wheels. That wasn't an angel and that wasn't God. And it had 3 faces. That's how the Bible describes that deal. So that tells me that it was one of these guys that showed up because this Ezekiel or whatever, they don't know nothing about any of this. They didn't know anything. In that time, there was no such a thing as technology. We do now, and now we can make comparison and we can correlate things. And whoever can put things together knows exactly what I'm talking about. Right there, look at that, a structure, a statue with the eyes, and it has a little tower there, or two. There's all these other tools going up to this thing. This is like the centerpiece of this area. Then there is a thing that looks like an entrance with a tube. And then you see more structures that look like you're in a city. You're looking at a city in another realm. Look at I mean, if you can look exactly what I'm looking at, that's an entrance. That's exactly an entrance to that, whatever that is. It looks like a city. To me, it looks like some kind of gigantic ass structure, and this is only a tiny portion of the picture. Just imagine how far and wide this deal goes. There's a pair of very malevolent looking eyes down here in the dark. That is just freaky as hell. Look at that, right there. The camera cannot capture it. But there it is. Look at that, the very malevolent look. It's a reptile eye, and it looks like, ugh. So I might, there's the other eye right there, and the pupil. So friendly they're not. And these are not the same Anunnakis, no. They're reptilian. The Anunnakis were reptilian, but they were not the same. And they probably weren't supposed to give knowledge to men, but they needed a slave to extract the gold to heal their planet atmosphere. So that story, it clicks correctly. There's a bunch of other parts that don't click right, especially when he says that man they have found a skeleton in places that are over 3 billion years old, and the Anunnaki came here 450, 500,000 years ago. That doesn't add up. So humans have come and gone several times, and somehow we keep coming back. We keep appearing on this planet. The Creator, for some reason, has keep us here in different stages. But to me, this entity have try to vanquish us every single time when we got too technologically advanced. Somehow they plotted and caused a major disaster that wiped out a civilization, except the few survived. And even the Anunnaki had visitation from so-called angels or whatever. So that told them not to do this, and this was going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. When the flood happened, before it happened, they came and gave instruction to Enlil, the bad Anunnaki, to make a ship that was submersible and everything to save Noah and his... and he gave the right name of Noah. Noah is not a name he really had. That's some bullshit that made up by the Jewish scholars. The real name is a different name. It's mentioned by SOHO-SECCHI in the translation of the Sumerian tablets. I mean, look at this structure right here. My goodness. And this guy failed to see that stuff. I mean, it looked like a bright some kind of bright structure, but it has a reptile head on top of it, and then some tube that goes into another structure in the back, and I mean this whole entire thing is covered with structures of every kind, but everything has that reptile look. And now looking at this is the head of some kind of like a dog or a reptile or demon looking shit. Look, it has horns and everything, and it has this, it looks like a Doberman dog. It is a statue, but it's a structure too. And look, and it rests. But it's incredible because he have other, you can see, and it's like it's looking sideways, and then it's looking as a profile. It's just amazing how this, look at that. It's just amazing how this guy investigating, he didn't notice all this stuff. All he saw was the UFO, the saucer craft. He didn't notice any of this stuff that I'm pointing at. All these structures that are like, I mean, everywhere. That was the first thing I noticed when I saw that footage. All these weird structures that appear, you know, I mean, very clearly. You can see this man. So, as Dr. Bergrum said, he thinks the song is artificially made by this entity, and I agree, it had to be. See, look all the structures that are seen through the globe, and the guy never saw that. All he saw was the saucer shape, the saucer craft to the left. He didn't pay attention to any of this. See, he saw the craft and he think that was it. There was nothing else to look at. He was totally wrong. Yeah, the craft is amazing. I mean, it's many, many, many times bigger than Earth. I mean, in the thousands of times. But I don't think the sun is not as big as we have been led to believe. The moon is a lot bigger than they told us. I mean, we have been bullshit to death. And the scientific community has bought all that crap blindly. I don't know how they don't question anything. Why they don't question all those rovers who cleaned that shit, and how they never sent a video from any of them, a crystal clear video that they have, no pixelated shit, and no from far away, and always looking down to looking for a tiny rock in the valley. How stupid can you be? I mean, the panoramic view tells you, look, there's more part there's another craft up here to the left side of the sun. But the guy never saw any of these structures that surround the so-called craft. I mean, it's obviously that all of that, those are structures. And I don't think that was even a craft. That was just some kind of a structure, round. And look, all the stuff is there.